Hey, do you like anatomy? Do you like anatomy art? Well, I hope you do, because this episode's all about anatomy, and if you clicked on it hoping for something else, I don't know what to say about you, because it would have been very obvious from the thumbnail that this is anatomy. Hi guys, this is another episode of Draw with Tea. I've gone a bit insane. It is 12:30 in the morning, and I am recording this. Yeah. Let's do this. So doing more anatomy. If you remember from a couple episodes back, I drew that big image you can kind of see on the left there with the pectoralis and the arm pointed down straight. Today I am drawing the little kind of, I was going to say curved elbow. I meant bent elbow. I'm going to be drawing the bent elbow here that Michael Hampton has kindly sort of laid out. And this is a bit of a challenge to do, but also a good thing to do. Forearms, as I've said in the past few episodes, and you're probably tired of hearing, they perplex me quite a bit. Quite a bit. And while drawing this image didn't entirely help all my issues, it did kind of show me how a few muscles that I don't know the name of operate. And while that doesn't really seem to do much for me now, if maybe it will in the future, I have a little bit of hope following the last anatomy episode where I started kind of understanding a little bit more of how the pectoralis muscle works. And for those longtime viewers, you'll remember that in episode 1 I began drawing the pectoralis muscle, and I kind of made comments about not understanding the abstract shape, and the mentions of it being a fan and the way it unfolded was all just beyond me. And while I still think it's kind of beyond me, there's sort of something happening in my head that if I keep up with it, I think might lead to some kind of understanding of it, which is, that's something. Unfortunately with art, it's kind of like that sometimes. As much as you wish you could just sit down and understand it like some new concept, like math, I wish art was kind of like learning multiplication. Somebody just explains that you do this to a number and then you can go forth unto the world and multiply everything, or divide everything, or, add and subtract. And can you tell that I never really took math beyond basic algebra because I don't know calculus or trigonometry? But I hope the analogy still kind of makes some sense. Unfortunately, art is kind of one of those more holistic things. It's kind of this thing where you can academically know something and not really apply it, and you have to kind of feel it in your entire being for it to work. Then again, this is me talking at a point where I feel really dissatisfied with my art and myself as an artist. And, I kind of feel like frustrated because there's things I wish I could draw, and I look at things and I wish I could do the things, and the things don't happen. And I study the things, and the things don't happen when I, put the study away and try to do it myself. You just gotta keep at it and keep at it and keep at it. And I wish I could sound a little bit more excited by it, but, it is 12:27 in the morning. Well, sometimes that just happens. Sometimes it's the only time you get time to record your episodes is really late at night. It's going to be interesting. More for me than for you guys. I just hope you guys stick around and, you find this amusing. Maybe I'm onto something here with, tired Tegan. But, yeah, I don't know. Try something new, right? Record late at night, kind of let my mind wander, and maybe I'll say some interesting things. This is episode 87, and the last time we kind of talked about the Draw with Tea series, I did mention that I'd probably end it at episode 100. That still might happen, and I don't think it's going to be the utter death of the series. I think what's more likely is after the 100 episodes, I'm going to rename it and kind of try something new. I just don't know what that new thing will be. Will it be just sort of videos of me drawing, but then audio of, me talking about something unrelated? Will it just be commentary lists videos that a lot of people do where they just sort of draw a thing and they set it to like a 4-minute song and that's it. I don't know, so I'm kind of exploring a little bit here with this, because I am very tired of drawing the same things and talking about the same things to do with art. I've done that for a lot of videos before this, and there's only so much I can say about anatomy and so much I can say about my general drawing practice. I mean, plot surprise, guys. I begin with a sketch, and then I ink it, and then I flat color it, and then I shade it, and then it is done. Would you have guessed if I hadn't told you that now? Forgive me, I'm not trying to be sarcastic. I'm not trying to mock anyone that comes to these videos looking for advice. They've probably left already, unfortunately. I can't blame them either. It is cool that you can see YouTube statistics like that, though. I do appreciate that YouTube has some very, very good statistics. I can't blame people for leaving. They come here for knowledge, and I'm not exactly giving it to them, which is one of the reasons I kind of want to discontinue the Draw with T series, because I feel like it misleads people to think that I'm here trying to teach you concepts and stuff when I'm not, and that's not necessarily a bad idea. Maybe there is something I could teach people. You know, it'd probably be not anatomy, art. Not art either. It's the other A word, armor. I could probably teach people how to draw armor, simply because nobody else has done so yet. Not because I'm any kind of expert. I'm simply the only one that would probably think to do it. Outside of that, though, as you can see here, even though my sketches are alright, there is a lot more I have to learn about anatomy and about almost everything else. I don't quite feel competent enough to be a teacher, and I don't like the idea of making YouTube videos for the sake of trying to chase some kind of monetary gain or some kind of bandwagon. There's got to be a real grain of truth when I make YouTube videos. I just am not looking to cash in on anything cheap and easy. That's not why I do it. And if you do it for those reasons, there's nothing wrong with that, so long as you know that's your thing. I do have a dislike for people that just chase things because that's money. You know what I mean? Especially things that don't really make you money, like YouTube. Like you probably make more money working a minimum wage job somewhere than trying to get YouTube famous. And to be quite frank, I don't think I'd want to get YouTube famous either. Could be nice to get some more followers and stuff, but to be honest, I don't think I deserve it. My videos are of a humble quality, and I accept that. If I put more effort into them, I could probably get a lot more viewers and stuff, but as it stands, this is just kind of an automated thing that I do, and I don't have enough time in my day to really push them very far. So this is what they are. And I'm kind of okay with that for now. I mean, it'd be nice if I could make absolute golden magic in the same time it takes me to make these videos, but I don't think it's really going to happen. I think good quality YouTube videos take time, and that's time I don't really have to do them. And it's not something I'm quite interested in yet. In the future, I might be, though. I will say, though, getting back on the topic of anatomy, you know, how terrible of me to finally talk about what I'm drawing 8 minutes into the video, but this drawing here was very interesting to do, and it'll probably be something I reference because, as I've mentioned, I've been having a lot of issues with forearm drawing, and something about this image really resonates with me. There's sort of the indication of the indent on the other side of the elbow, as well as the muscle that muscle that comes from the upper arm and attaches into the lower arm. That's often something that confuses me a lot. And here it's kind of delineated and sort of explained, and there's also a bit of a confidence factor. You know, if I drew it once, even though it's from reference, I can maybe draw it again. And then here I'm just kind of filling up the rest of the page with random doodles that I see in the book, and even though these aren't done quite to the same quality, this one here was kind of interesting. I'm just drawing the arm of the figure there on the left, and kind of figuring out how the scapula and the deltoid and everything interact. Drawing that kind of back of the upper arm was very useful, and then, you know, some of the lower arm stuff was also a little bit useful. Coming hot off the press after drawing the thing on the right, you know, kind of understanding those muscles did help. So yeah, plot twist, if you draw a lot of something and you draw it with consideration, it does help. And also, I want to put this out here, watching yourself draw something in a video is also weirdly helpful, because I'm looking at this and I haven't been feeling too great about my art. I'm a little frustrated with it, even though I continue to draw and I, try not to let it upset me too much. And I'm watching this, and knowing that I drew that is giving me a little bit of confidence, making me feel a little better, and also I'm staring at it, and because it's my lines and my understanding, I'm watching myself draw, and I'm like, oh, okay, so if I draw this, and then I draw this, and I draw that, oh, okay, this makes sense, I'll do that. And you might think that it should have stuck in my head, but apparently, it's the little nuances and stuff that sneak you by. And, I don't know, guys, if you haven't recorded yourself, if you're an artist and you haven't recorded yourself drawing, I highly recommend you do. It's gonna avail things to you that you didn't realize you did. Good and bad, I'd say. Anyways, we're near the end here, guys, so like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!